Good evening, Rebel Scum, and welcome to Quadology. It's the start of something quite epic. We're going to be with you every other Tuesday, myself and the infamous WyntrBlueFPV. Evening, chap. How you doing? We're going to be.
Hello.
We're going to be. Hold on. I have mad eyebrow. I need to sort that. There we go.
I just have monobrow. I don't really
my
care
makeup
about it.
ladies let me down there on that one. Is that all right now? Yeah, that's fine. So welcome to Quadology. Every 2 weeks we are going to be doing this 1 hour show. Did I just call it? Yeah, I did, didn't I?
Quadology.
That is entirely your fault, because you were saying that off air just before we started. KWADeRATIC, ladies and gentlemen.
KWADeRATIC, yes. We are KWADeRATIC. We are not Quadology.
Called. He's got your mother on
we
the
are
line.
KWADeRATIC.
Looking out there in chat, yeah, we've got a few people out there. Good to see you guys. Thanks for coming along. Please do feel free to chat in our chat box. We are on the Discord as well. If you have a link to our Killer Quads Discord server, or just join us in the YouTube chat, which is there or there or it's over there somewhere. And we're just gonna sit here and we're literally gonna talk crap for about an hour. I think that's the plan.
So same as usual.
Yeah,
really.
do what we do.
What I would say is, if you're in the chat, take a moment, grab the link to the stream, and go and post it somewhere. Share this stream. Let's see if we can get more viewers on this stream than on my most recent one. So, yeah, go and share the stream. We can wait for you. We can waffle.
Ladies and gentlemen, spam, spam it. Spam it real good.
Don't forget to smash the like button.
Yeah, it's been a weird day.
Every day's a weird day.
So RC Man says, if you didn't know any better, you'd think this was aimed at a bunch of nerds. We're not nerds, we're geeks. It's a difference.
Professional ones, most
nerds
of the time.
spot trains and wear anoraks. We're geeks. Geeks are sexy, apparently.
Well, no. Nerds are a small sweet from the 80s.
Yes. Oh my god.
Like super
they
tiny.
were awesome. You can still buy them. Seriously,
Really?
you have to go to like specialist websites, but you can still buy nerds. Not those sort of, but stop it. Making up their own jokes. You can. You can actually buy it. You can still buy nerds.
That's awesome.
So, who have we got in chat? Finley, RC Maniac, Daryl Bleach, Quandary, Winter Blue, and Clown. Hi, Clown. How you doing?
Hello, people. I recognise all of
Marvellous.
those names.
Well, that's good.
Which
That's
is a
what we
good
like.
start.
That's what we like.
Hello to everyone. Welcome.
So we've got, believe it or not, there is a script. So we thought we'd loosely like talk about some shit, like FPV shit, because I've said shit already. Is it the watershed? I don't know.
9 o'clock's the watershed, so no, you're demonetised.
Ladies and gentlemen, I need to take a very serious moment to talk to you. We are grown-ups. We may say fuck and or bugger. If you are a junior, please put your fingers in your ears. Thanks very much. So, not for kids,
We're looking
okay?
at you, Finley. It's not for kids.
Right. So yeah. So we're not really kind of like Joshua Bardwell type people that get stuff early. So we can't talk about like crazy stuff, but we can talk about what we know, right?
Yeah. What do we know?
Fat shark bite toes is crap.
Fat shark, baby shark.
What's it even called now? I don't even understand what that's called.
Shark foot? I don't know. I've seen a number of videos about baby shark, and I refuse to use whatever it's called. It is just baby shark.
Shark.
No.
Baby shark. So I mean,
Enough
it hangs off the front of your goggles for starters, which I have issues with that,
Yep.
right? Because you look stupid enough in goggles as it is, unless you've got orcas, and obviously you look like
or DJI.
No, if you've got,
Which one you got like
if you've got
Ant-Man?
DJI, you look like Ant-Man. If you've got orcas, you look like a sci-fi superhero.
Ant-Man.
If you've got DJI, you look like Ant-Man. Yeah. That's the wife. Say hi, wife.
Hello.
Hello, the wife.
So I was surfing the internet, which that's always a dangerous thing to say. Look, this is going to be my example. Did you see the review from Albert Kim?
Yeah, I have now seen the review from Albert Kim where he flies round a car park and gets no video.
Right. So
Hello, the wife.
So here he is, flying around a car park, right? And you think,
quite
oh,
a
that's
bit
all
more
well and
breakup
good.
here.
You know, a little bit of breakup, which is, I mean, it's still more breakup than you kind of want, isn't it? Really. And then he flies out.
Flies round the car park. Gets no video.
Going back.
Where's he going?
I don't know why. I really want him to clip the ceiling. I just have this. I really wish he
If
would.
that was,
Just 'cause that's what I would do.
Bounce off the ceiling like 6 times by now. A little bit of breakup.
Same.
Right, so here he's going round the corner. I mean, it's still more breakup. Oh, hold on. I've got a weird echo because
Typical
that's
analog
running,
style breakup. Oh, it's pretty bad over here with all that concrete in the way.
And look, it's all gone to grainy.
That's unflyable.
Oh, okay, that's pretty much
That-
unflyable.
See, I disagree with that. I've flown much worse, especially when I was messing around with long range. So
Well,
I wouldn't say that was unflyable. Not pleasant to fly, but not unflyable.
but compare to, and this is great work here from Albert Kim. Here we go. DJI. He gets up there and look. It's
And this is where the shark bite
perfect.
system
Pixel
really
perfect.
didn't do so well with all
This,
the
this,
concrete
this is why,
in the
ladies and
way.
gentlemen, I am a DJI pilot.
It's still getting 50
because
megabits. Oh,
no,
45
ain't nobody got
megabits
time
here.
for breaking up
Come on.
video and
It's
stuff.
immaculate.
Here it was unflyable with shark bite. Couldn't
You know,
see.
you could probably fly over that building with the
Oh.
painting on it and everything.
It's just not right. It's just not right. But I'm gonna agree with Sheriff. I'm gonna agree for racing.
Oh.
That's gonna work. Yeah.
Is it though?
Yeah,
Is
because
it really?
when you're racing, you're on 25 milliwatts. You're not flying behind trees and concrete and all that sort of stuff. It's gonna give
So
you
it's-
a much better picture to race with.
So that leads me to the question of like, so where is it aimed? Because I don't think it's as good. It's certainly nowhere near as good as DJI's video
No.
quality, and a good analog setup will give you a more consistent experience. I kind of struggle to see where this is aimed because, yeah, but and the price of it.
Well, DJI
it's-
isn't going to work for racing because you strafe the entire flight line.
Only on
Everybody,
power.
yeah, but then everybody's got to stand 10 feet apart from each other.
So that's just COVID secure.
Good point. No, I think that I don't know if they meant to aim it at racers. If they meant to aim it at racers, well done, superb, great piece of kit. But if they're aiming it at DJI, give up. What are you doing?
Yep. DJI have cornered the market, certainly as far as freestyle is concerned. I can't see people using analog for freestyle long term. I think it's dead. You know, I actually haven't flown an analog quad in over a year.
I agree with Matt Behrman. 25 digital is going to be better than 25 analog. I think he's right. For racing. And yeah, DRL use repeaters already. I mean, that's awesome technology. Proprietary, which is kind of the problem with DJI, because I can run a race tomorrow and stream 6 analog feeds to YouTube and everybody can watch it. DJI can't do it.
Yeah, they need to. The thing is, DJI have the technology to make that possible.
I've heard a rumor that exists.
It does exist. They have like a thing that they can cart out to big events and go, look, we can stream eight simultaneous pilots in the air in HD, but they haven't made it freely available. Even for, you know, if the biggest issue with DJI is, and has been and is still, that there's no easy, cost-effective way of outputting your live feed. The only way we've got is using the DJI Smart Controller, which is 500 of your English pounds, and quite frankly, I'm not paying that. So to
stream 6 pilots, I need
8 pilots.
Well, yeah, I suppose you could do 8, couldn't you? But to stream, that's worse. To stream 8 pilots, that's 400 quid's worth of smart controllers. And I assume the pilots then have to fly using the smart controller.
No, it just plugs into the goggles. You can't actually control your quad using the smart controller. It is basically a glorified Android tablet. I'm not even joking.
So you can put 8 smart controllers out on the flight line. When the pilots sit down for their race, they plug their DJI goggles into the smart controller provided for them.
Yep.
And then I can stream it. And it's only going to cost me £400.
And your immortal soul.
Well, yes. Yeah, and all my data sold to China.
Like that's one of my biggest bugbears, and it's not just you who does this, by the way. Yeah, but everyone goes, "Oh, DJI, they're selling everything to China." But once you've activated your kit, it never talks to anything again.
I do it tongue in cheek, and I know it's not really true.
It drives me mad.
You sell more data to China when you log onto Facebook. Come on.
Yeah, man. Sheriff makes a point about the variable latency and the fact that goggles transmit. Yes, they do, but that's where spacing comes in, and for the goggle transmission. When it comes to the variable latency, actually, it's not noticeable at all. In fact, Sheriff, next time we're doing a Killer Quads race practice on a Monday night, I would like to see you run some laps with my freestyle quad. So, yeah.
RC Maniac is quite correct. I did actually miss a 0, didn't I? Not. They're 580 quid each. 580 times 8 is not £400. It's like thousands of pounds.
Yes.
No. Orca HD, yes. Orca HD is going to be awesome. It just will be.
But touching on the orcas for a minute.
You can't touch my orcas. Get your hands off my orcas. Touch my orcas.
There's one killer feature that the orcas have that basically puts everyone else in the ground, as far as I'm concerned. No, not even that. Stream to your mobile phone.
Oh yeah.
So over the summer, Cerberus and I were out flying, and random passers-by were interested in what we were doing, and Cerberus was in the air, and we just grabbed his phone, logged onto his goggles, went, "This is what we're seeing," and boom, it was brilliant. Like, that for me is the killer feature for the orcas. I don't care what else they can do. That for me is enough.
You've always got your phone in your pocket, so it's awesome.
Exactly.
And also, after they first released that, they then did the Facebook stream thing. So you pull your phone out, connect to your goggles, live to Facebook, boom, off you go, job done. Which, it's going to be great. And looking at so RC Maniac did the maths. Thank you for realising that my maths is terrible and I couldn't do that. £4,640 for 8 pilots. Ouch.
What's left in the Killer Quads budget for the year?
About £6.50. Honestly, cancelling a race due to the Chinese virus was really expensive. It was actually cost us money, which is a real pain in the bum. Add on to the fact that it didn't then either add any money to the kitty to pay for all the equipment, because that's kind of what you do, is you pay for the equipment up ahead, you put the race up, people pay to join the race, and that pays for the equipment, and you break even. Happy days. Yeah, so I've got lots of equipment ready for next year, so that's good. Sync FPV keeps his smart controller in his massive pocket. Okay.
I'm sure we're talking about Sync's transmitter muff again.
No, God, no, no, no.
Sync,
No.
just while you're there, I just want to say I've really enjoyed your most recent video. I don't know how you're able to fly in that level of cold. It's just too cold for me at the moment. You're a brave soul venturing out.
Heated transmitter muff is the way forward. I tell you what, Matt Behrman, sorry, I'm thinking about beer. DJI's custom solution, if they ever made it public, would cost more than 4,000. Yeah, probably. But I wonder why DJI haven't approached like multi-GP and said, yeah, let's get involved. Is it too niche a market? Is it too small? Will they at some point just sell a black box that race directors can plug a HDMI cable into and it outputs 8 screens? I mean, they've got the technology.
Yeah. What I'd like to see DJI do is I'd like them to release the Android APK publicly. I would happily drop 50 quid on that, and begrudgingly buy an Android device.
What's actually stopping anyone? Sorry, excuse me. What's stopping anyone opening a pair of goggles and finding the AV signal in there somewhere and putting an external AV port on them? Because it's only a video signal going to a screen. Surely we can piggyback that.
I'll tell you what. Get yourself some DJI goggles and you have a go at that, because I'm not sacrificing mine.
Hold on, bear with me 1 second. I'm just going to have to check something.
How much goggles are? They're about £500.
Hold on, bear with me 1 second. I'm just going to...
But I know that Sync FPV, he had a bit of a play at trying to deconstruct the APK file. I would love to see more work on that. So Sync, if you're still watching, if you fancy having another stab at that, that would be very, very cool.
That was probably weird. Sorry about that. Somebody just rattled our front door. Don't know why. Don't know why. But there was nobody there.
RC Maniac, get me a pair of DJI goggles and I'll investigate.
Yes, he's the man. He's got an oscilloscope and everything.
I heartily recommend that RC Maniac goes and buys his own DJI goggles.
So Matt Bowman says one of Bardwell's patrons did it, set it up for HDMI out, and DJI paid them not to make it public.
Wow.
So there you go, RC Maniac. If you can manage it, you get a payout from DJI.
Could be worth the investment. In fact, it is worth the investment just to fly in digital, because it's just so good. I'm just going to touch on Failsafe FPV. He's
Don't
asking
touch him.
questions about my
He's not asked for that.
No. And he's a minor, so definitely not. You're asking about upcoming streams and builds and stuff. The only way to find out is to be a subscriber to my channel, and I'm not going to talk about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please subscribe to WyntrBlueFPV. And if you're here and you're watching, there's a button down there to subscribe to Killer Quads, because you're enjoying this, aren't you? I'm sure everybody. They got 10 free pairs of goggles. Okay, we definitely need to break out the oscilloscope. I quite fancy a set of DJI goggles, but I don't fancy the being upset at the analog being crap by comparison.
That's it kills it. It really does. I mean, you do a lot of racing, so I think you'd find the transitions really difficult. After flying DJI for like a week, I picked up one of my analog quads and I went to fly that, and I was just like, I just couldn't do it anymore. There's just no, I just could not do it. Yeah,
see.
and then I've sold my HDOs, I've sold all my module, I've sold all my analog gear and my analog quads. I even put DJI in wings now because there's no point in going backwards.
Wang. I have Wang. Wang. Hold on.
Serb has a Wang. And for those of you who may not be from the UK and don't know what a Wang is, it's a one of them. For those of you in the UK, I need to say no more.
I have Wang. It's a very good Wang. It's a Wang that you crashed. Yes.
Many times. I can't even sit on it at one point in frustration.
It's the ratio of hot glue to Wang is quite high. But yes, I'm looking forward to my first Wang experience. Should be.
Yeah, we'll have to arrange
quite
that.
Good.
I think we need to make a video out of it.
Yes, why not?
we can make a video of Cerberus playing with his Wang.
I predict fire, so it should be interesting. I predict my Wang will be fire. It'll be amazing.
Quandary. We waving Wangs.
We are.
Yeah,
we are. That's what we're doing. Welcome to KWADeRATIC.
Unfortunately, my FPV flying Wang is currently in the workshop, and not even my workshop because I was having trouble with it.
Pieces?
No, it is in fact in one
Really?
piece, but it's currently in RC Maniac's garage of joy because I got really frustrated with the iNav config and I got really annoyed with it. And I know he's pretty good with that kind of thing, so I was like, actually,
Is that why you trod on this one?
Maybe. Around the time of like iNav version 1.1 or
2.5 now.
2.6 is on the.
No, because it's broken. No,
release.
don't install it. It will kill you and
it.
your children, and a nun will die if you install 2.6. There's a bug.
We need a warning. Quandary says we need a warning for this kind of content. I think we did put out a warning earlier about this show. This is not for kids, so this is still not for kids. So, children, please cover your ears.
Demonetized and loving it. Arta says, what do you guys think about the modified Radiomaster TX16S Pro? What do you mean modified?
I think nothing. How's it been modified? What's special about it? It's just another T16, so it'll work like any other T16.
It has nice shiny aluminium parts and it looks sexy, doesn't it? Now, I think.
Yeah, possibly. I'm pretty sure my favourite supplier, Onman Tech, go check them out. Yeah, I think they have got them in stock or are imminently going to have them in stock. Personally, I don't really see the big deal. If you want a funky coloured radio, take the shell off it and spray it with some paint.
I have a Taranis X9D case somewhere that I was going to send to a friend of mine who's in the car painting game, and he was going to do it in a wonderful apple green pearl, like hot rod colour, and then I got an X-Lite.
I haven't touched it since.
Just ridiculous.
Well, I am still flying with my daily driver, which lives over here, DJI.
I just can't. I can't.
I do have.
It feels like trying to fly with floppy spaghetti sticks.
The stick ends make a big difference.
That's what she said.
So I put the balls on it, and it is sweet. I broke Serb.
So you're not a pincher or a thumber.
I like playing with the balls.
No wonder you keep crashing. God damn it, man.
I crash less than you.
Can I just say basketball hoop? Yeah,
all right. That video, I will insist that Cerberus shares just that little video. He can't do it right now because he probably doesn't have it to hand. But if he hasn't, I know that it will go up on the Killer Quads YouTube channel by the end of the day.
The basketball hoop, or yeah, I think I can do that.
Yeah, just my other controller is a TBS Tango 2 Pro that I used with a wing for a bit, and I've currently handed it over to my friend Quandary in the chat, who I'm hoping I can convince them to fly in the future. So, more people flying equals better, right?
Better,
So,
more better.
better.
God, it's a 7-minute video. How am I going to find?
Yeah. So you don't do it now. Just
Yeah,
take it out later.
But I feel challenged.
Do magic. It's not a challenge right now.
Yes, it is. It is.
Oh, so Finley says
Created it in my head.
FR Sky plus Crossfire equals fire.
What sort of
Well,
fire?
interesting you should talk about Crossfire, because actually one of our production meeting notes
Talk
says
about Crossfire.
Ghost Trace. Talk about Crossfire and Tracer and Ghost. Yes, Quandary, you with a nerd with a wang. Oh yeah, here we go.
2 points.
Cheeky.
I was pleased with that.
It's good. The look on your face afterwards,
Yeah.
like,
Oh my god, I've been trying to do that for a year. Sorry, what was he saying? Yes. What?
they're talking about radios in the chat now. So yeah, we one of our production notes says Ghost Tracer Crossfire. So
Ghost.
take it away.
It's got
Take it
to
away,
be
because
Ghost, hasn't it? It's
don't-
got to be Ghost because orcas. Orcas are the best analog goggles in the world. I think we can all agree on that. They're just the best,
But they use exactly the same panels as HDO2s.
but do so much more.
I couldn't comment. I've not played with
And
them.
if you can put a Ghost receiver in your Orca goggles and it doesn't do anything. The hardware's there, but the software just doesn't do anything yet. Doesn't do a thing.
Software development does take
Yes,
time, though,
it
to be
does.
fair. And I do know that they have been releasing firmware updates regularly-ish for them. So
Well, I was at a race this summer before
Were
the
you?
cliff fully kicked in, and I was talking to a rather handy young man who is also a DRL pilot who wears Orcas, and he's been doing a bit of software development with them, and he did let me in on some little bits and bobs that are coming. It's going to be cool. It's going to be very cool.
care to share? You can't leave
I
it
can,
like
and I'm going to.
that. Dear. You did not sign an NDA.
No, I didn't, but it would be rude to let on what he said and who he was. But you can probably guess, so it'll be fine. But yeah, like stuff like
Spoilers.
stuff that the radio can then talk directly to your goggles, and your goggles can talk to your radio, and your goggles can talk to everything. It'll be amazing. You'll be flying your quad like literally with your head. You'll be like, which I
So
do anyway, which would be great.
With
No, there'll be lots of crashes.
with a head tracker, you can actually do stuff like that. I know of. I don't know personally, but I know of a bunch of people who have physical disabilities who fly using head trackers. I know I've seen a video of a guy, and don't ask me to find it because I'll never be able to find it for looking. But he's got his throttle on a mouth controlled
That's awesome.
device, so he shoves this thing in his gob, and then depending on how hard he clenches, gives him his throttle. And the rest is on it, and then he's got pitch and yaw on a head tracker.
I mean, that's kind of amazing because if you think like for us, FPV is the closest thing to being an eagle. So if you're in that position where your mobility ain't that great, then getting to soar like an eagle has to be like times 100 good. Really.
Yeah. And as our hobby goes, we are a sports hobby that is actually accessible to everybody. If your hands shake, well, we can dial down the controls so that
my hands
that's
only shake in the finals.
viable.
Seriously. Where was I? Laxton. I was at Laxton this year, and I was in a heat higher than. Was it Laxton? I can't remember. Anyway, I stressed myself out, and I'm sat on the flight line, and I'm like, and Laxton's tricky enough when all the adrenaline's in your thumbs and you can't. I need to. If anybody has any recommendations on how to zen center your chakras during the finals, please let me know, because I don't know and I fall apart. So Will Anderson says Ghost is phenomenal, it's like Crossfire but it works. That's the point, it works. But what's this tracing paper they're doing?
That's their answer to Ghost, isn't it? So it's like a low latency 2.4 gigahertz something or other, and that's literally as much of the live of Trappies that I watched and as much as I know about it. So unfortunately I can't say much more.
I want to like Trappy. I just
Why?
do. I'm not sure
Why?
about him.
I think he's mellowing
That
in
would
his
be
old
good.
age.
That would be good. In the car world, right? So no, it's a weird analogy, but I have a standalone ECU in my car, right? So I took the factory ECU out, threw it in the bin, and put the brain of the car. The new ECU is from a completely different company. It's a Mega Squirt ECU, and somebody came roaring onto the market with this new, different, amazing, updated ECU, right? And his entire marketing approach was to say all the things that the other ECU couldn't do. And I was like, I will never buy this. Even if it's better, I will never buy this, because all of your marketing was to slag off other people. I'm not saying that's what Trappy does. Before anybody says to Trappy, I said that. I didn't say that. But there seems to be too much negative press. That's not the way to do it.
Well, you know what they say, and any publicity is good publicity.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. Daryl Bleach, it's a Mazda MX-5, which is supercharged to 250 brake horsepower.
And you want to sell it to me?
No.
Damn it.
No.
What I can tell you about this MX-5 is next year, when the weather is nicer, there will be some flight footage of this MX-5 being chased down country lanes, because that is going to happen.
There will be no drifting.
Unless we get the road
no
closed
drifting,
first.
because it's so played out. It's so, I swear, if I see another FPV drifting video, I will beat someone to death with their shoes. Stop it.
So I'd like to bring your attention to Daryl Bleach. So Daryl Bleach regularly goes to a drift track and flies FPV around a drift track, like literally all the time. He's got maybe, I don't know, he's got millions of videos of just him following drift
How
cars
heavy
around.
are his shoes?
It's kind of, it's just what he does. He does a good job of it though.
Well, that's good.
To be
I can forgive it if it's good, but it's just so done. It's so been done. Hold on, do you want bonnet open or bonnet closed?
Oh, it's got to be open.
Okay.
I've seen the open bonnet, so I can vouch for its awesomeness. Oh, dead air. Phil,
man. Phil.
So, guys in the chat, what do you know about this car? It is a cute little car.
It is such a hairdresser's car. I didn't want that screen.
Well,
I wanted that
you've
one.
got the hair. You want
I
that
don't know
one?
what a hairdresser is. I've not seen a hairdresser since 1983.
When you reach puberty, you mean?
I'm not sure I've.
Yes, I'm calling
not sure
you
I ever
old.
did that. Clicking buttons. Yeah, still no tracer sensitivity data. Interesting.
Two wheels too many, says Squeaky FPV. So a long time ago, I used to ride bikes. In fact, I have a persistent injury in my right shoulder due to coming off of them repetitively onto that shoulder.
An injury in your shoulder due to coming. Yeah, that was bad.
And the last bike I had was a Suzuki Hayabusa, and that thing was an absolute animal. And I would happily have one again.
I want to put a Hayabusa in a Citroen 2CV.
I saw one of them today.
They're stupidly expensive. They're like 15 grand for a shoddy one. We're not talking about FPV anymore. This is bad. Let's get back onto topic.
Yeah, back onto topic. So, looking at the notes, tech tip of the week. So, I was asked to do some homework for this and come up with a tech tip of the week. I was going to do you a
jingle and everything, and I didn't get a chance.
Really?
Yeah. It was like...
I'm really disappointed, and you're going to be really disappointed in my tech tip of the week. My tech tip... I can't even say it now. Tech tip of the week is use flux. The benefits of using flux are massively understated and can really make your soldering so much easier. It helps with flow, heat transfer. It cleans the contacts before and during your soldering. Guys, use flux. Don't dick about. Just use flux. And that is my tech tip.
Don't dick about. Use flux. I think that's going to be the standard, really, for KWADeRATIC. If you were hoping for a Bardwell-esque 15-minute talk about setting up your transmitter, you are bang out of luck. But use flux is what we're saying. What sort of flux?
I use a flux pen, which I don't have to hand.
Seriously,
it's
you're
like
doing a piece
glass.
about flux, and you don't have your
and I don't have
your pen to hand.
Don't even know where it is, actually. It's going to be in this drawer.
It's not going to be in that drawer. It's not going to be in that drawer.
It is in that drawer.
Way. No chance.
It is. So I'm using a rosin flux dispensing pen by Circuit Works.
Oh.
So that's what I use. It's brilliant, and you just scribble on it like a marker pen.
Squeaky FPV says something about XT60 connectors.
What does he say about XT60 connectors?
I don't know, I can't figure out. He says, apart from XT60... So my top tip for XT60 connectors, and XT30 connectors, and XT90 connectors, and XM60 connectors, plug them in.
In fact, any connector, plug them in.
If you're soldering a female XT60, get a male XT60 that's not connected to anything. Don't get a fucking battery.
I've done that.
No. Just no. Get a blank XT60 connector. What is connected to nothing, like one of those, like your charge lead or something, and plug it in while you're soldering the other one. So plug your female into your male, and then solder it. Because then, if you've got any drifting in your pins,
stop. If anyone in the chat can tell us why you do that, we will send you a broken propeller. First person who can come up with the correct answer gets a broken propeller.
Yeah,
we will break it especially for you.
And they have to pay the postage.
Hey, it does say in the blurb something about giveaways, so we will give away a broken propeller. So there you go. Week 1.
In 2 weeks' time, in episode 2, we will have a giveaway.
Ooh.
We're gonna have a giveaway. Because we're gonna have lots of people do like a spotlight thing, and they show people's YouTube videos and that sort of shit. We're gonna go for something a bit more simple, and we're just gonna have a picture of the fortnight. Oh, Squeaky says he meant soldering onto ESC boards. Soldering onto ESC boards needs flux, especially on the ground plane.
And as rude as this is going to sound, a big tip.
Something wrong with my brain. Something wrong with my brain, because it's just, everything's filthy tonight. I don't know why. Perhaps I need to get laid. Don't know.
Leave me out of that one. I don't want to be involved.
Han, I think I need to get laid. Can you help me out with that? It's not looking hopeful. It's not looking hopeful.
So I just want to say, Finley, if you've got my details, PM me your address. I will send you a broken prop. Congratulations.
So this week, because nobody had any prior warning, the competition is just going to be between you and I. So are you prepared on the topic of
oh God, here we go.
Stuff you had when you were a kid that your kids just won't understand?
Oh God. Okay. Stuff I had as a kid that my kids won't understand.
Yeah, that's my that's my image challenge to you.
I can do better than an image.
Week.
I can do a prop.
A prop? A broken prop? A left-hand prop? A right-hand prop?
No.
If it's inflatable, we don't want to see it.
Hang on. Oh yeah, let's go with that one. So you made me get out of my chair twice now. So, things that my kids don't understand, and I know my kid doesn't understand this because he asked me what this was this very evening. But he asked me what this is. Now, this is one of them.
It's vinyl. It's actual vinyl.
Actual vinyl. So yeah, he was like, but how do you store 1,000 songs on it? Was one of the questions I was asked. I said it holds
1,000
about
songs.
12.
Oh, bless his heart.
In fact, this one only has eight actual songs on it.
8 actual songs.
But one of them is 19 minutes long.
Oh my word.
So yeah.
Right, so it's not a picture, but we'll let you off. Bonus points for an actual prop. So my entry this week for stuff you had when you were a kid that your kids just won't understand.
I don't even understand that.
That's a remote control for your television.
Really?
That is a remote control for your television. I'm as old as mud, right? Okay, you have to remember this. This grey, I don't dye this. This is real. That is a remote control. Can you see what's in the top right-hand corner?
A wire.
Yeah.
Physically attached to the TV. That's awesome.
Yep. You try telling the kids of today that, they won't believe you.
See, I live in the world of a smart. My house is a smart house, and I can just kind of go, TV, watch this, and magic happens.
So that was our challenge. This episode, a picture of stuff you had when you were a kid that your kids just wouldn't understand. A wired remote was my entry. So over to the chat. Who's won this week? I'm going to let you guys decide whether it was me. It was obviously me. Totally me. Or whether it was WyntrBlue. And then we will have to pick, and there's a slight downfall here because I forgot to pick a topic for the next show.
PPP, mate. PPP.
Well, I'm thinking about maybe going with your most epic crash, because that's pretty standard, isn't it?
I don't have video of that.
No, not a video, a picture.
I don't even have well, you've got a picture of my most epic crash.
A picture of the remains of your most epic crash. Don't need video. Throwing it out to everybody out there that's watching, everybody in chat. We want to see a picture of the remains of your most epic crash, and I want you to email them to it's scrolling down there. Look, there's going to be an email address. Here it comes. Don't forget to subscribe. Come on, email address next. Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes. And there you go. See, check me out. KWADeRATIC at killerquads.com. Email me us. Sorry. Email us your picture of the remains of your most epic crash. Best picture wins a broken prop, and we'll show all of the pictures on the next episode of KWADeRATIC here on the Killer Quads YouTube channel. So make sure that you subscribe. What if you don't have kids? No, you don't crash the kids. That would be, what sort of man do you think I am? No, the most
for the benefit of those of you who don't have kids, maybe find something that your parents would not understand, flip it on its head.
No, the challenge is you crash. The thing was us tonight.
Oh yeah, okay.
God, it's complicated already.
Look, it's getting late. It's been a long day. I'm allowed to be a bit out of it. Yeah.
What's the time? It's 1:45. We've only got 15 minutes of this insanity left.
You've only got a picture of it on the roof. Well, Daryl, that works for me.
Was it attached by magnets?
Who knows?
You don't know what I'm talking about, do you?
No.
Those Rotor Riot those crazy kids at Rotor Riot put electromagnets underneath of a quad.
Really?
Yeah, with a transmitter operated switch. So they flew up to a water tower, did a wall bonk and flicked the electromagnets on as they did a wall bonk and stuck it to the side of the water tower.
To answer RC Maniac's question, yes, there is a limit. Please pick your favourite.
Yes, one photo each.
One entry per customer.
We haven't got all day. Come on. Actually, saying that, we'll probably only get 3 pictures now. It'll be really boring.
Yep. So looking at our list of things, what's the latest from the Killer Quads camp? Let's have some Killer Quads news.
Annoyance. Shall I tell you what I'm missing? Do you know what I'm really missing? Hold on. That was seamless, wasn't it? Did you like that? I'm really missing this.
Yes.
That's what I'm missing. I really hope FMA, the Fundamental Movement Academy, are doing okay, because Boris has closed them down.
That was awesome. I think that was actually my old Cine Whoop this footage is from.
Possibly.
I think it was Bobbins flying it, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't even really like whoops. Don't tell anybody I said that. But
nobody really likes whoops.
I do miss us all getting together and flying whoops. So as soon as this vaccine comes out, then I think we're just going to have to do some whooping. Even if it's summertime, I reckon we should do at least one whoop event, just so we've done one.
Well, I'd have to buy a whoop for that.
So would I, actually. I killed my whoop last year, and beginning of this year. But yeah, I killed it dead. It dropped 3 stories down a stairwell, and it went kaboom, and it wasn't well after that. Cake.
Yeah. Cake?
Who's got cake? Clive. Hi, Clive. Welcome to the chat. Who's got cake? I want cake.
And why aren't they sharing?
Yes. I hope you've brought enough for the class. Your telly's gone off. Dude.
Is it really?
Yeah. It's got a screensaver of things falling on the floor.
There you go. I fixed it. I have the power. I have the technology.
Sheriff FPV says he recently tried angle mode on a whoop and it's much easier to fly. Have you been flying whoops in acro mode? You masochist. We all fly. What do you fly your whoop in? I fly mine in angle.
I fly mine in. Someone else can fly it. I don't really care. I've tried, like, how many whoops have I tried now? 6 different whoops. And do you know what I've come to the conclusion of? I just don't like flying whoops.
Just not a big fan of whoops.
Like the stuff I like, the kind of flying I like to do, you just can't really do with a whoop. They're too small. They're way too light. They don't have enough power.
Well, do you own analog goggles anymore?
No.
So you can't fly a whoop anyway. You've got no goggles.
Well, there's I can't remember who makes it, but Unmanned Tech is selling it. There is a very small DJI capable. Not that small. It's certainly smaller than your Wang. It's a very small yellow DJI capable whoop class. Maybe one of the larger whoops. You know, the ones like
a Cine whoop.
The WyntrBlueFPV. No, not that big. It's more like a WyntrBlueFPV X85 sort of size. So.
But it's a whoop, so it qualifies. You know, you could bring it to FMA, and I won't kick you out and go, "My God, what are you doing?"
Yeah, I'd like to put a shout out to Clown at this point. So I actually sold him my last whoop, which was a Mobula 6, and I sent it to. So tiny whoop sits in the palm of your hand. It's like, you know, this big.
Yeah.
I sent it in a a shipping box from Dell. For it came with the box came with 4 laptops in it, and by way of packing material I used carrier bags because I had literally hundreds of them. So I sent him,
they're worth money,
this tiny little quad.
They're 5p a go. Don't knock that.
I literally tiny little quad, huge box. The postage on it was nearly 30 quid. and he does have a video of the unboxing.
What the
and
deuce? That's just silly.
It was brilliant.
So
the look on its face.
So basically Amazon Prime packaging then.
To the max.
Yeah. That's impressive.
Thank you for that, Clown. I'd actually completely forgotten about that.
Don't buy a whoop off WyntrBlue. No, don't. You never know where it's been.
Oi!
Yeah.
You fire Aussie guns at you.
So that's kind of like in Killer Quads land. I mean, what can we do? You know, we can't We can't go out in more than 2 people, which is good for us, I suppose, because it means you can actually go and fly because you've got an appointed spotter.
Yep.
If you don't have someone
As long
else,
as you maintain a decent social distance. So
if you don't have someone else in your household, if if there's no one else living with you, you can meet up with a friend and they can spot for you. Yeah. So at some point we have to go out and find a field and
maiden your wing.
yes. I very nearly said something else and I realised it would be just very bad. So yeah, you can do that, but we can't. The summer is gone, so we can't do races. We can't do indoor events. 2020.
We can't do big freestyle fun.
No, it just totally sucks. I tell you what, I don't understand. I wasn't going to talk about like the coronavirus, but it is a thing and it is affecting us. Somebody needs to tell me, chat. Maybe you can help. What? I don't understand the vaccine thing. Right?
What don't you understand?
Well, there are companies making the vaccine right now, yeah? There are people that went to work today, and what they did at work today was make the vaccine, right? Mm-hmm. So give it to people.
They can't until it's been properly tested.
Yes, but how do you test it?
By giving it to guinea pigs in third world countries, usually.
The correct answer is by giving it to people.
So they are doing testing, and I know that in the UK, which is where we happen to live, they're going to be starting what are called challenge trials in the new year, where they'll be
but just give it to people.
Giving people a vaccine. They're going to be giving it a vaccine and then subjecting you to the coronavirus to see whether or not it works.
But they've got 5 million shots, right? Something like that. And there's 68 million people in the UK. So why not just go, okay guys, who wants it? And the first 5 million people to put their hand up, give it to them. And if they all die, then we've tested the vaccine. Am I just being...
And there'll be more housing for people.
Is that a bit too simplistic? I think it might be a bit too simplistic.
I think it's probably a little bit too simplistic. There are all kinds of weird and wonderful guidelines and rules when it comes to medical stuff, and I don't really understand much of any of them.
Damn rules. Damn your rules.
Here's my philosophy on things.
Scary.
It's really simple.
Sorry to interrupt, but I'm watching the analytics, and the analytics, as soon as I said coronavirus, went 0. 0 viewers. I think that's a bug.
Lesson learned. What was I going to say? I can't even remember.
Sorry.
No, it's gone. Oh yeah, it's why can't we just? So I was talking to some people earlier on today, and one of the things that I said that I think holds true everywhere is this world would be a far better place if everybody did just one simple act of kindness to one other person.
Random acts of kindness.
Random acts of kindness to one person every single day. The world would be a better place. So I challenge every person in the chat to go out in the next day or two, or ideally every day, and find something you can do to help another person. Just go and help someone.
I saw something on like breakfast TV. One of the joys of working from home is breakfast TV. No, not really.
That I'm not having to get up quite suddenly.
And some kid. I mean, it was typical, early morning TV, methadone for the masses rubbish. I think it was at like a McDonald's drive-through, and little Timmy says to Mum, "Can we pay for the guys behind us?" Which is kind of cool. I've heard people doing that before. So you pay for your food, and you pay for the food of the people that are behind you, and that's really cool. And the next car pulls up, and the person at the window goes, "Oh, it's paid for. Don't worry about it." And they went, "All right then, I'll pay for the one behind." And apparently this went on for like loads of cars. Everybody just kept doing it, kept paying for the car behind. How cool is that?
That's really cool. Simple acts of kindness. Yeah. So yeah, everybody go find a way to be kind to another soul. Let's spread some love. And when they ask why are you doing this, just say because Killer Quad said so.
Absolutely. Everybody's fighting their own battle that you know nothing about.
Yeah.
God, that got deep really fast, didn't it?
A little bit.
Right, I'm looking at my production notes now.
Oh God. We've covered that. We've covered that. We've covered
talked about all
that. No, we haven't. There's one, two.
We've talked about all of
There are
it.
3 things. Oh, okay. So we've talked about everything on the production list. Apparently,
We did. Well, okay, we skipped a couple.
Yeah.
RC Maniac
RC
says you
Maniac
can't go
can't-
out. Why can't you go out? Have you got it?
He comments. He's in social isolation.
Oh,
He's quarantined. He mentioned that earlier. I hope you're okay, dude.
Yeah.
If you are in need of a food delivery or anything like that, just give me a shout. You know how to get hold of me.
Yeah,
I know you're not too
absolutely.
far from me. So
anybody out there?
You know.
Anybody out there in chat? If you are struggling for anything, then shout out. We're all out here.
we can
help.
help you or arrange help for you
Absolutely.
for those kind of basics. That's not a problem at all.
Community is strong.
Hey, the community, the FPV community is one of the most amazing communities I've ever been a part of, and I'm going to gush a little bit here. So here I am in my little house, surrounded by actual furniture, while Cerberus balances a prop on his face, and literally, like, all of the furniture in my house has been provided by the FPV community in one way or another. So this community that we've got is really special, and I feel that more deeply than a lot of people because of that. So yeah, just want to say that we have an amazing community here, and the least we can do is share that power that we have with the world and show how good we actually are and how much we care for each other and how much we care for other people. And on that note, I'm done.
Well, that's kind of why we do it. So FPV is kind of new enough that it hasn't been like motor racing. You get into grassroots motor racing and there's too much checkbooking going on, and you can't do that in FPV, certainly not at the moment, and I don't think ever. So it brings a kind of level playing field to it, and I think people are on the whole a lot more chilled. I wonder if this might be a slightly arrogant thing to say, but there's a little bit of a barrier to entry, and not financial, but in terms of the effort you've got to put in. So I think it as a hobby attracts people that are prepared to put that effort in, and that's a certain sort of person, and they tend to be kind of fairly chilled.
Yeah, I'd say that.
Maybe I've got my rose tinted glasses on. RC Maniac says somebody at uni got it, and he'd been licking them, so he had to isolate. He didn't say that.
I'll teach him for licking
He
people.
didn't say that.
Don't lick people.
I made that bit up. He didn't lick.
Oh, but I can just see him licking people. It just with the hair and the beard.
What are you trying to say?
So for those of you who don't know, RC Maniac has amazing ginger hair. He usually wears it in a ponytail and a huge beard. It's massive. So yeah, it's quite a look.
And drives
Definitely quite a look.
And you all drive minis together, which is
Yeah, all people who call James seem to drive minis and killer quads.
I'm not sure why that is.
Because minis are awesome, although mine is on its last legs and I really need to replace it.
Yours has spun a big end, mate. You got to get rid of that.
Yeah, I will do next year. It'll last. The noise isn't getting any louder, and I have just bought 4 new tyres for it. So,
But then the best thing you could do with that is turn the radio up. It'll be fine.
that's kind of what I've been doing.
Right, so
All music.
we're looking down the barrel of coming up to the 1 hour. So I guess we kind of need to do the wrap up and do all the calls to action, then, don't we? Really?
Okay.
So the first part of the wrap up has got to be a big shout out to the chat. The chat.
Yep.
These guys here. Thank you for joining us. It's been, look at that.
You guys in the chat actually make these shows what they
Yeah.
are. Otherwise, it would just be 2 old codgers waffling at each other
You're calling old.
and amusing at their own, being amused at their own.
Basically, yeah,
ridiculousness.
we'd be sitting here for an hour sniffing our own farts, and it wouldn't be as interesting.
Still be bloody funny
Yeah,
though.
probably quite funny. So thank you guys for joining us, and I hope it hasn't been awful. I hope you've had a good time, and I hope you'll be back in 2 weeks, because this will be bi-weekly, fortnightly, every other weekly, on a Tuesday night. We'll be here. We'll be talking crap. We'll be bringing you the latest news, gossip, sports, and entertainment from the world of FPV and beyond. So
mostly the entertainment.
So thank you for joining us. Don't forget to smash the like out of the fuck button, hit the subscribe. What else? What other calls to action are you supposed to do?
Well, I want to put a call to action about. I want to plug my own channel, if I may.
Oh! I'm excited about this. I'm genuinely excited about this.
I have managed to secure a very.
Hold on. I'm going to give you full screen.
I'm going to get the whole screen.
Full screen.
Hey guys, so it's just me talking to you now. Saturday night, 8 p.m. I have managed to secure a very, very special guest for my channel. So everyone in the chat, I think, will know who this person is. I will be talking live with Joshua Bardwell on my channel, 8 p.m. this Saturday night. So if you're not a subscriber, down there where it says WyntrBlueFPV, go YouTube that. Become a subscriber, hit the bell icon, and come and join us when I will be talking with Mr. Bardwell himself. So yeah, come and join us. Share the news. Our links will go out in all the usual places shortly.
How exciting! You've arrived. You've arrived. Yeah. You're doing the interview with the big man himself.
Yeah. Who knows how it will turn out, but I'm looking forward to it.
That'd be awesome. It would be really cool. Somebody earlier said don't ask him about this project thing. He's apparently that's all getting a little bit tense.
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
Don't talk about that. Don't mention that. Don't mention Don't mention Trappy. Whatever you do, don't mention Trappy.
I've got some questions. Guys in the chat, if there's anything you want me to raise with him or talk to him about, drop me an email, WyntrBlueFPV@gmail.com. And I will be more than happy to add it to the list of things I may or may not ask him.
Superb. And if anybody wants to join us on here, there is a space like there on the screen. I could put you there or down there. If anybody wants to come and chat with us, we're open to that. That could be quite good fun.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll be interviewing Joshua Bardwell because I don't think we're serious enough for that, to be honest. But if anybody would like to come on and just talk rot with us, then
who did I have to lick to get Bardwell on the stream? Mr. Maniac. All I can say is
I know. I'll tell you, for a bag of props.
One-bladed props.
Yes, I'm worried about this. I only have one of these for my wang, and I can't see it lasting.
You can use a tripod on it, or
how do you land with a tripod though?
You just land, same as you do any other time. The thing is, when you're landing, your throttle's at 0, so it's not spinning anyway. So it just flattens, or whatever. I wouldn't worry about it too much.
I've never flown a wing. Anyway. This is going to be really exciting. It's going to.
The long and the short of it is, it does.
When are you doing it?
Bi-bladed props are super cheap. Just go and buy a bag of cheap props of the same sort of pitch and length, and you'll be fine.
Hold on, I'm old. I have to do this. 6 by 4.5 R.
So 6 by 4.5.
There you go.
Go and find some 6 by 4.5 bi-bladed.
You're a wizard, Harry. So yeah. What? So thank you everybody for joining us. Next week's picture competition is a photo of the result of your worst crash ever, or possibly your most humorous crash ever. Bonus points if it's tangled in someone's underwear. Thank you for joining us. Myself and WyntrBlueFPV will be back every 2 weeks here on the Killer Quads YouTube channel with our new show KWADeRATIC. Episode 2 in a fortnight. I could probably tell you what date it will be, but then that would involve more maths. As you know, I don't do maths.
The date in 2 weeks will be the 1st
of December. The 1st of December.
Yep. So advent calendars. We need to figure out a Killer Quads advent calendar.
Okay. So next show will be your worst crash, right? And the show after that, I want to see the best advent calendar thing you've had in the 2 weeks after the first, so that'll be like the 15th, won't it? So you'll have had 15 advent calendar things to choose from, and I want to see your pictures of your advent calendar things. How about that? How about that? Thinking on my feet. You don't
Sounds
look
good to me.
convinced.
Now I have to go and get an advent calendar. God damn it!
I'm not saying anything because that's it. I think we're done.
Okay. Thanks for
Did you
joining
have a
us,
good time?
everybody.
Okay.
always have a good
High five. Other side.
No, wrong way.
Well done. Excellent show.
Left, right. Believe it or not, I do know the difference between my left and my right.
All right. Thank you for joining us, everybody. That's us. We're done. We're out of here. Join us in 2 weeks. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit Winter Blue's channel for his interview with Joshua Jardwell, which is going to be amazeballs. We will see you all in 2 weeks. And in that 2 weeks, I'll figure out something that we say at the end of the show.
Peace.